Well, it took me about 2 years to figure out that Flat Earth is a complete government created psyop. But don't you dare think I'm going back to this. Now, you see, what I have realized is that they create layers upon layers and layers of lies so that when you get to the first layer of the onion, you think you found truth, but you didn't. You just found the first lie they want you stuck at, and then you just stay there. Let me give you an example of exactly what I mean, using JFK. But you know what? God gave me a little gift as I was preparing to do this. I jumped on a live and I just happened to hear David Weiss give my example for me.
And the mainstream story is that Lee Harvey Oswald was the lone banger, and that's the mainstream. But then researchers are like, no, it was the driver. And then someone else says, no, it was the CIA. They were in the sewer. And someone else is like, no, it was his wife. All three of those people are on the same team.
I couldn't agree more, Dave. Every single one of those people is on the same team. The people that say it was Lee Harvey Oswald, then the next layer on the same team, the next layer on the same team, and then the next layer on the same team. Just like the people that brought you the globe were on the same team, and the people that brought you this were on the same team, and the people that brought you this were on the same team. This team, the team that Dave is on. You see, that team creates all the layers of lies to make sure you don't get to the ultimate truth. And in the case of the Earth, it's that you don't get to the fact that it's biblical cosmology and that everything we see lines up perfectly with the Bible. That team creates this, so it scares people away. People don't want to dig any deeper. But if certain people decide to dig deeper, well, then they create this with outer lands and maybe multiple suns and make sure they keep the idea of extraterrestrials from the outer lands alive. Funny how he sells that on his app and is always talking about it on all his platforms. You see, Flat Earth was a psyop. They wanted to steer it towards Flat Earth and outer lands. So you didn't realize there were layers to the firmament, and you didn't realize that God sits right above, and you didn't realize that the truth of the Bible is the ultimate truth, and the one they're trying to hide from you most. Here's literal evidence of biblical cosmology being true. The apparent sun that we see, and the sun right there in the firmament that we were seeing during the eclipse. Same thing here with a solar filter on. The sun we see, the apparent sun, and the layers of the firmament. The layers of the firmament where the sun actually is and shines down to where we see. And how's this all tie in with him? Well, because the same team creates the different layers of the different people that they say kill them, but they don't want you to get to the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth that he's still alive. Jimmy Carter. He's still alive as Jimmy Carter. He's still alive as Jimmy Carter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm on no team. The only team I'm on is the side of good and God and the Bible and Jesus. They're all on a team, and it's not on the team I'm on. Like I said, I agree with Dave. They're all on the same team. All of them. Flat Earth has been infiltrated to hide biblical Earth from you. You see, they knew truth was coming. They knew with the internet and Zoom cameras that biblical cosmology was going to be realized by everyone, and they got ahead of it. They created the Flat Earth movement to steer you away from biblical cosmology. And you better believe if they're pushing this crap, they're part of that team. And don't get me wrong, it's one thing to speculate. I don't know what's outside of the firmament. I've speculated a few times, but it's completely different to speculate and to push. They're pushing because they know what's coming real soon, and that's some sort of clear and obvious deception in the sky, and they want to make sure that your mind goes to these outer lands and you don't realize that it's spiritual in nature, that maybe the fallen angels are the cause of everything. In my opinion, their end goal is to get humanity to literally attack Jesus in the camp of the saints and pretend that they're the aliens and the bad guys, So get your discernment ready, people, and know that anything coming in the sky is either coming from right here in the earth or above from heaven, and it's not coming from outer lands, and it's definitely not coming from outer space. So don't forget, they create a layer on a layer on a layer. So when you get to those layers, you think you found truth. Well, here's my strong opinion. Keep digging. The bottom layer, like I said, is the Bible and the truth of Jesus and God and biblical cosmology, not flat earth. I might just have to change my name to the fittest biblical earther. And of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I know that he's not really him. And Dave's definitely just reading that for enjoyment. And hey, those ends kind of look like 333, if you're asking me. All for entertainment purposes. Yeah, I know I live right there and I'm spinning 1,000 miles per hour and evolved from a chimp. Entertainment only.